All right, for each of these three situations, we first have to graph the equations. We then find out where they intersect and write the solution. So for the first one, this is in slope-intercept form. They all look like this, where the b is our or the m is our slope, and the b is where it crosses the y-axis. So with this first one, we start at the y-axis at 3. Our slope is always rise over run. So we're going to go up 2, right 1. Now with this first one, we always want to graph the entire line so that when we go to graph our next one, we can find exactly where it intersects, not have to go back and try to draw all the lines. So this one, our y-intercept is -4, because that's where the b is. Now our line is -3/2, so that negative only tells us whether to go up or down. We always draw our lines from left to right. So in this case it's negative, so instead of going up 3/2, we're going to go down 3/2. So down 3, right 2. Always left to right. Now because we got to get to that blue line, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to go up 3, left 2. And we see that they intersect right here. Where they intersect is going to be our solution. So it's going to be -2, -1. With the second one, we have standard form. So with standard form, I'm going to rewrite this second one for us like this. To graph them, we want to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So to find the x-intercept, you put your finger over the y and solve for x. So when we divide both sides by 2, we get -1 because we want to get the x by itself. To find the y, we put our finger over the x value. So I'm just going to scribble it out. And we get y is -2. Now this shows us, so we go x-intercept is -1, put a dot. Y-intercept is -2, put a dot. The slope between these 2 points is down to right 1. So we're going to keep doing that to fill in this entire graph. Keep doing this to fill up the entire graph just for the first line. Now with the second one, we do the same thing. We want to find out where the x crosses the x-axis. So we cover the y. In this case, it says x = 5. Now to find out where it crosses the y-axis, we cross out the x, or cover the x with our y, or with our finger. Now to get y by itself, we divide both sides by -1, and we get y is -5. So that means on the x-axis, we put a dot on 5. On the y-axis, we put it on -5. Connect the dots between them. And our line is going to intersect right here with the point 1, -4. And for the last line, we have both types here. We have slope-intercept form and standard form. So for the first line, right, slope-intercept form, we have the slope and where it crosses the y-axis. So we start at 1. Our slope is 1/2. So we fill out this entire line. So we can check the entire length to see if it ever intersects. The second one is in standard form. So we put a cover of the y with our finger and solve for x. So x is going to be -6. With the second part, we want to find the y. So we cover the x with our finger, solve for y, divide both sides by 2, we get y is 3. So when x is -6, we put a dot. When y is 3, we put a dot. See if we can find the slope here. And then continue our line. But if we continue our line, what you notice is that these two lines are parallel. Because they are parallel, they will never intersect, and that means that there will be no solution.